Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. Welcome, Anne and Jane. You're our first pair on the show. How do you two know each other?
Anne and I met in the school playground, but not when we were at school, when our children were at school.
What, you met in the school playground? What, you were delivering your children to school?
Taking our children to school.
Very good indeed. You've got children the same age?
Yes, 2 days apart.
Do they get on?
They kind of do. A boy and a girl, so...
Oh, I see. Oh, that's tough.
They're not going to get on.
Oh, well. Well, one day maybe they will, but I hope not too well. Very good. Best of luck. Lovely to have you on the show. Welcome to Stacey and Neil. Where do you two come from?
From Sheffield.
From Shiny Chef?
Yes.
And how do you two know each other?
We met at work about 5.5 years ago now. Started dating after about 4 months, and then got engaged last year, getting married this year.
Oh, well, I'm glad you said that. I was about to say, come on, get your skates on, come on. 5 years? Come on. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you here. Very best of luck this afternoon. Linda and Ross, welcome back. You were on the show last time. We gave everyone 2 chances to make it through to the final, and today is your second and final chance. You are mother and son. Remind us what happened last time.
We had an unfortunate encounter with a football question.
You had an unfortunate... I'm afraid you didn't come out of it on top, did you?
No.
Well, very best of luck this afternoon. And finally, we've got Dennis and Darren. You were also on the show last time. Remind us how you two know each other.
Well, we both used to go to Old Trafford. We've known each other for a long time. Go drinking in the same pubs as well.
I'm assuming you went to Old Trafford in order to support the resident team.
Yes.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
OK. Didn't just find yourselves just going there. Can't think why you would, but there we are. Well, we will find out more about you all throughout the show. It'd be remiss of me to go any further, though, without introducing the man with the plan. He is my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Yeah, good little show today. We've got 2 returning couples. We've got Dennis and Darren, who did rather well. We've got Linda and Ross, who did slightly less well. We've done 23 shows. I've got it right once. I predicted the finalists once, which is almost statistically impossible. We've got 7 more shows to go. I'm determined to get it right this time. The first question is not a sport question today, so I'm going to go... there you go. I'm going to go for the woman with her arms in the air. I'm going to go for Linda and Ross. Linda and Ross, definitely. Definitely.
Very good. I'll call your cab now, shall I? Just... Okay. Right, well, we've asked all our questions on Pointless to 100 people before the show. To stay in the game, our players need to score as few points as they can. And they do that by seeking out those little-known answers that as few of our 100 people gave as possible. Now, the thing everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people gave, and every time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at a majestic £2,750. Amazing. OK, let's play Pointless. Now, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will, of course, be eliminated. You just have to be careful that's not you. Also, you must be careful because if anyone gives an incorrect answer, then this will happen. Yeah, exactly. And you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, guys, our first category this afternoon is... countries. Countries. OK, can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever is going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries with no land borders as they could. Countries with no land borders. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any country in the world which has no natural land borders with any other country. As countries, we mean sovereign states which are members of the United Nations. There are 39 countries in the world with no land borders with any other countries. Many of them are pointless answers as well. There's a lot of pointless answers out there.
Right, Anne and Jane, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first.
I'm hoping that this is a country, and it's not classed as anything else, but I would say Tuvalu.
Tuvalu. I tell you what, if that is a country without borders, I reckon that's going through the floor. That's a fantastic... I've never heard of it. Let's see how many people said it, and if it's right. It's right. Look at that! can't believe it. That's a pointless, straight out of the traps, a pointless answer, and it adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £3,000. And better still, Anne, it scores you nothing. Richard.
Yeah, what a start. I couldn't change who I think is going to win, could I? Is that possible at this late stage? Yeah, Tuvalu, it's a tiny island in the South Pacific. It achieved a degree of fame a few years ago when, you know, every country has its own internet domain. So we have .co.uk.
Yeah.
Tuvalu was .tv, and it leases .tv out for $50 million each 12 years. It's worth $50 million to it. How about that?
How about that? I've heard of them now.
Yeah.
OK, thank you very much, and congratulations, Anne. What a fabulous start to the show. OK, Stacey.
Hi.
Stacey, how's your geography?
Absolutely terrible.
Really?
Sicily.
Sicily. A good answer. Let's see how many people said Sicily. Oh, no, I said a good answer. A good answer, unfortunately a wrong answer, as it turns out, which scores you the maximum of 100 points. Oh dear, we've gone from pointless to 100 in one go. Richard?
Yeah, Sicily is part of Italy, I'm afraid.
I wasn't sure.
It's not a country in its own right, unlike, say, Tuvalu.
Yeah, everyone's heard of Tuvalu, though, Richard. Come on. Ross?
Thinking of... There's quite a few of these little places around the Pacific Rim. I think there's one called Nauru, which I'd like to try.
Nauru. I like the sound of Nauru. Again, I haven't heard of it, Richard. Nauru. OK, you are hoping to score as few points as possible with Nauru. Let's hope it's a country. And let's see how many people said it. Nauru. It's right. Well done, Ross. That's another point. Listen, it adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £3,250. And best of all, it scores you nothing. Richard.
See, I knew it, Nauru. It's the world's smallest island nation. It's just 21 square kilometres. It's also in the South Pacific.
OK, many congratulations, Ross. And finally, we come to Dennis. We are looking for countries with no land borders.
Ross actually took one of mine. I'm going to go with Kiribati.
Kiribati. I think this might be another one. This is a fantastic round. Look at that. Sorry, Stacey. Potentially three pointlesses here. Kiribati sounds brilliant. Let's see if it's a correct answer. If it is correct, I suspect it'll be joining the others down there. Let's see how many people said it. Kiribati. There it goes. Yes, there it goes. Bravo, Dennis. That's pointless, and it also adds another £250 to our jackpot, taking the total up to £3,500. And most excitingly, it scores you nothing. Richard.
Yeah, Kiribati is 33 islands. They're also in the South Pacific, like the other answers.
OK, we are halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scoreboard as it stands. It's a scoreboard of extremes, one might say. Dennis and Darren, Linda and Ross, Anne and Jane, all looking fantastic there with nothing. Stacey and Neil, a little bit out ahead there. Neil, the pressure's going to be on you on the next pass to try and score. Well, it's going to have to be a pointless answer, I think, probably, to see if you can atone for Stacey's incorrect answer, and maybe that'll be enough to keep you in the game. Who knows? Right, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for countries with no land borders. Darren.
I'm going to go for the Marshall Islands.
The Marshall Islands. Oh, Dennis is nodding. That's got to be a good sign, hasn't it? The Marshall Islands. Let's see if it's a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how far down it goes. How many people said it? The Marshall Islands. Well, it's correct. Well done, Darren. That's pointless. That also adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total to £3,750. And it scores you nothing, taking your total up to nothing. Richard, we've never had a round like it. This is extraordinary.
We've never had 4 in the same round. You really could say Neil has got it all to do, couldn't you?
Yeah, you really could.
But you know, if you come back from this, that'll be quite something. Yeah, the Marshall Islands. It's a former U.S. colony. Very good answer.
Very good answer indeed. A lot of very good answers. Linda, I don't want to put the pressure on you or anything, but it's not football. It's geography. Remember, we are looking for countries with no land borders. Have you got a good answer for this?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's be having it.
Vanuatu.
Vanuatu. So glad I said that right. You're saying Vanuatu. It sounds like another brilliant, pointless answer, but it has to be correct, obviously, to be that. Let's hope it is, and let's see how many people said Vanuatu. It's correct. I have a hunch. Well done. That's 2 double pointlesses in a row, Linda. That's a pointless answer. It adds £250 to our jackpot, taking the total to £4,000. And it scores you nothing. Richard?
Vanuatu is a cruise of the South Pacific. That's there as well. It's 5 pointless answers. It's fairly good going. Oh, Neil. Neil. One of those days, isn't it?
Oh, dear. Right, now, Neil. How good's your geography?
Terrible.
Really?
Yeah, possibly worse than Stacey's.
Is it? Have you got some ideas?
I've got a few, but they're all quite obvious ones. When really I need a pointless, so I'm going to have a long shot. I'm going to go for Fiji.
You're going to go for Fiji?
Yeah.
Let's hope it's correct. Let's see how many people said it. Fiji.
Not enough.
Fiji scores you 4, takes your total to 104. Richard.
Yeah, 4's normally pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's terrible in this round. Well, Fiji, it's the right place to go because it's in the South Pacific, but 4 people have heard of it. Sorry about that.
Well, Neil and Stacey, the writing is on the wall, I'm afraid, for you, or on the screen in front of you at least. 104 means you are, without a doubt, going to be leaving us at the end of this round, because even if Jane or Anne get this wrong, they won't be able to overtake your high score. Bad luck. Jane, though, you have a free hand. Time for you to pull out another pointless answer. We've had 5 pointless answers. Let's have a 6th.
I think I've read in a book somewhere.
Oh, it sounds good.
The Pitcairn Islands.
The Pitcairn Islands.
I think it's all in the same area as everybody else. So I'm gonna say
Pitcairn Islands. OK, let's see how many people said the Pitcairn Islands and if it is a correct answer. Oh! Bad luck. Unfortunately, that is a wrong answer, which means that you score the maximum of 100 points.
Yeah, I mean, very good answer. The Pitcairns are there, but they're actually an overseas dependency of the UK.
So that's the end of round 1, and the losing pair with the highest score is Stacey and Neil. Guys, I'm so sorry. What a shame. You just don't know that sea-locked nation business, do you?
Just not a strong subject.
Well, Richard, what answers should they have come up with if they want to stay in the game?
They should have come up with the answers we heard from everybody else. But there's also a whole series of other pointless answers. Let's take a look at a few of them. Some of these will be familiar. Trinidad and Tobago would have been a pointless answer, as would the Seychelles, Bahrain, a small island nation in the Middle East. And moving into the South Pacific, the Solomon Islands, no one said, and then we've got Tuvalu and Vanuatu, amongst many, many others. You'll recognise a couple of those, Kiribati and the Marshall Islands, but Micronesia as well would have been a pointless answer. There's even more. Nauru, Palau, and Sao Tome and Principe, that would have been a pointless answer as well.
OK, Stacey and Neil, I'm afraid you just didn't have that pointless countries knowledge you needed to make it through, but remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach our pointless final, so we will see you again next time for your final chance. But thank you so much for playing Pointless. It's been great contestants. Thank you.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs make it through to the head-to-head round, so one of our teams is going to be disappointed at the end of this round. You just have to make sure it's not you. Right, the category for the second round is grammar. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many types of word as they could. Types of word. Interesting. Richard?
Yeah, the correct answers in this round will all be the names given to types of word in the English language. So anything a word can be described as.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. In round 2, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers in each pass. Now, I can tell you at this stage that at least one of those answers is pointless, and at least one of those answers is incorrect. So be very careful and try and avoid those, or you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, the first set of 7 answers are preposition, injunction, clause, article, proper noun, adjective, noun. OK, we are looking for types of word. Jane.
Going to go for one and no. I'm going to go for an adjective.
You're going to go for adjective. You're going to play it relatively safe.
Yeah.
OK, let's see how many people said adjective. Adjective scores you 58, Jane.
Adjective, simply a word that describes something like safe or high scoring, something like that.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. Remember, we are looking for types of word. Linda, what's that list saying to you?
It's saying article.
It's saying article. Lovely. OK, article. Let's see how many people said article. It's a good one. That's a fabulous score, Linda. Article scores you 1, Richard.
Yeah, it's quite hard to describe what an article is without describing another word that's on the list, so I shan't. But it introduces limits or clarifies certain other words in the English language.
Nicely done, Richard. Very nicely done. Dennis, we are looking for types of word. There is at least one pointless answer in there, and there is still at least one incorrect answer. These guys have done you a favour, if you like. They've shortened the odds on finding the pointless and the incorrect answer.
Studied languages at A-level, and I'm fairly sure that there are prepositions in there. So I'll go preposition, please.
You're going to go preposition. OK, well, let's put it to the test. Let's see how many people said preposition. It's going to go all the way. No! I thought I was going all the way down there, but it's still a very, very good score. That scores you 3, Dennis. Richard?
Yeah, prepositions, things like near, by, at, after, from, that sort of thing.
What about the rest of the board there, Richard?
Yeah, let's take a little look through. Noun is fairly high scoring, would have got you 70 points. Now, of those other 3, there are 2 wrong answers and there's a pointless answer there. What do you think the pointless answer there would be, Alexander?
Well, how bizarre, frankly. An injunction is clearly wrong.
Correct.
Strictly speaking, a clause is a group of words. It's not a single word.
That's correct as well, which leads us to conclude.
Which leads us to proper noun. How bizarre that should be the pointless answer.
Was a pointless answer.
Wow.
Nobody in our 100 said proper noun. Would have added £250 to the jackpot. Incredible.
OK, we are halfway through the round, so let's take another look at the scoreboard at this halfway stage. Well, Dennis and Darren, Linda and Ross looking very comfortable there. Nice low scores. Jane and Anne, you are quite far ahead on 58. That was a safe answer, but as with a lot of safe answers, it was high scoring. So, Anne, you're going to have to try and score as low as you can on the second pass. OK, we're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Right, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. We are looking for types of word. Here they are. Verb, synophone, adverb, conjunction, homophone, synonym, detraction. Again, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, and there is at least one incorrect answer up there to land on an incorrect one, and you will score 100 points. Darren, types of word.
I think I'm going to play it safe. Well, not too safe.
Not too safe.
Not too safe.
The high scorers are Anne and Jane on 58. You want to be scoring 54 or less with this answer.
Okay. I think I'm going to go for conjunction.
Conjunction, says Darren. There's your red line. If you come in below that red line, you are through to the next round. Above that red line, and you are in danger for leaving us at the end of this round. OK, let's see. How many people said conjunction? You're through. Very nice low score there, Darren. That scores you 4, takes your total up to 7. Richard?
Yes, a conjunction is sort of a word that joins other words together, like but or so, because, that sort of thing. Very good.
Ross. Linda managed to find a fantastically low score on the first pass. Your duty is to score 56 or less to see yourselves comfortably into the next round. We are looking for types of word, and I have a hunch you might have a good one up there.
Drawn between going for something really low but risking scoring 100, I think I'll go for synonym.
Let's see how many people said synonym. It's good enough. Down it goes. Good answer. Synonym scores you 6, takes your total to 7. Richard?
Synonyms are words that mean the same or almost the same thing.
Now, Anne and Jane, unfortunately, as you'll have deduced by now, you are already the high scorers even before you've given this answer, so you will, I'm afraid, be leaving us at the end of this round. However, there is at least one pointless answer in there. You have a free hand now. You've got nothing to lose. Why not see if you can find that pointless answer and leave it as your legacy, an extra £250 to these noble pairs here?
Well, the obvious one's verb.
Yeah.
And adverb. I think the pointless one is either synophone or homophone. And if I only had my daughter with me at the moment, she would tell me what the right answer is. So I would go for homophone.
You're saying homophone?
As a guess.
Well, it's immaterial, really, what it scores, because I'm afraid you'll be leaving us at the end of this round anyway. But wouldn't it be nice if it was pointless? Let's see if it is. Let's see how many people said homophone. Well, it's correct. It's a very good start. Down it goes. Look at that! A very noble gesture and a pointless answer as you leave, and that adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £4,250. It scores you nothing but a massive pat on the back and leaves your total at 58. Richard?
Yeah, a lovely way to finish. Homophones are two words that they sound the same, but they have different meanings. Verb, of course, that's a type of word that would have scored you 64. Adverb would also have been up there. That would have got you 35. And what do you think about synophone and detraction? What do you reckon?
I've no idea. I'm going to take a complete punt. I'm guessing detraction is the pointless answer.
It's an incorrect answer, I'm afraid. The only pointless answer was homophone. Synophone, we made up, that would have scored you 100 points.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry to say, is Anne and Jane. I'm sorry, bad luck. And you scored a pointless answer there.
Yeah. Anne scored both pointless answers.
Oh, dear. Yes, exactly, 2 pointless answers.
Indeed.
Well, sadly, you didn't have that pointless grammar knowledge you needed to get through to our head-to-head. But everyone gets 2 chances to come through to our pointless final, and next time will be your final chance. We'll see you again then. But meanwhile, thanks so much for playing. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So well done, Linda and Ross, Dennis and Darren. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at, would you believe, £4,250. OK, you are going head-to-head on up to 5 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer. You're now allowed to confer. That's the main thing. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair to win that question. And the first pair to win 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here's your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many actors in The Young Ones as they could. Darren looks quietly pleased with that. Ross looks a little bit despairing. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 5 actors who appeared in every single episode of the 80s sitcom The Young Ones. Any of the 5 actors who appeared in all 12 episodes.
OK, Linda and Ross, because you've played the best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. So, Linda and Ross, we are looking for an actor from The Young Ones.
Can't remember. Yeah.
Nigel Planer.
You're going to say Nigel Planer. OK, Dennis and Darren.
I can't remember what, Mike. It's Christopher something, but I can't remember what it.
Can't remember his name.
No.
I think it's got to be
Should we go
Alexi
with
Sale,
Alexi
I think.
Sale?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
OK, you're going to say Alexi Sale. Right, Linda and Ross, you said Nigel Planer. Let's see how many people said Nigel Planer. That's a good score. Well done. 20. Dennis and Darren, you are going for Alexi Sale. Let's see how many people said Alexi Sale and if it is a correct answer. It's correct. Now this could be interesting. Right, after the first question, it is 1-0 to Dennis and Darren. Richard?
Alexi Sale was the second best answer you could have given. Well done. Nigel Planer, the third best. Of course, the best would have been the actor who played Mike, and that was, for 5 points, Christopher Ryan. There's Alexi Sale, Nigel Planer, Aid Edmondson, and Rick Mayall all the way up the top there on 50.
OK, on to our second question, and here it is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many elements beginning with C as they could. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any element on the periodic table whose name begins with a C. There are 11 of those elements. I'm just looking for the name, not the symbol.
OK. We are looking for elements beginning with C. Dennis and Darren, this time it is your turn to go first. OK. Yep, Darren seems to have got an answer.
I think we're going to go for cesium.
Cesium. Linda and Ross. What are you going to give us?
I'm sure there's curium, named after Marie Curie, but I'm more happy with californium. You happy to take my word on californium?
Okay, yeah. What do I know? Yes.
Californium.
Californium, you are saying. OK, Dennis and Darren have gone with cesium. Let's see how many people said that. Oh, look at that. 7. Cesium scores you 7. Linda and Ross have gone for californium. Let's see how many people said californium. It's going to be close. Well trusted there, Linda. So, after our second question, it is 1-1. Richard?
Yeah, very good answer. Californium, it's a synthetic radioactive element. There's only one answer that could have beaten it, actually, and it was the other one you were going to go for, which is curium, named after Marie Curie. Let's take a look at all of the answers. Curium, as Ross said, cerium, there's californium, cesium, they're all good answers. They're both very, very good answers. Cadmium, cobalt, getting up to the bigger scores here. Chromium with 17, chlorine, then copper with 25, calcium would have scored you 42, and carbon, the biggest of all, with 51. Well done if you got all 11 of those.
OK, thank you, Richard. After 2 questions, it is 1-1. Here is your third question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many UK bank holidays as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the public holidays or bank holidays that all 4 countries of the UK observe. These are the days when we all get a day off. There are 7 correct answers here.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. Linda and Ross, it is your turn to go first.
May Day bank holiday.
The May Day bank holiday, that's what you're going to give us. Dennis and Darren.
August bank holiday.
You're going for the August bank holiday, OK. Linda and Ross have said May Day bank holiday. Let's see how many people said May Day. 63 people said May Day. Oh, I think that's a bit higher than you were wanting there, isn't it? OK, and Dennis and Darren have gone with the August bank holiday. Let's see how many people said August. It's good enough. 41 beats 63. So after our third question, it is 2-1 to Dennis and Darren. Richard.
Yeah, August bank holiday is a very good answer. There's only one answer that could have beaten it. Let's take a look at all of them here. There's the spring bank holiday, would have got you 19 points. That's the only way you could have won. Then August bank holiday, Good Friday, New Year's Day, May Day, then of course the big one's Christmas Day, that's the 25th of December, and Boxing Day. That would have scored you 80 points.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. Right, after our third question, it is 2-1 to Dennis and Darren. Now, Linda and Ross, you know what this means. This is break point for Dennis and Darren. If they win this next question, they are straight into the final. OK, here is the fourth question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many of the Kennedy family as they could. Richard.
Yes, specifically we're looking for any of the 9 children of Joseph P. Kennedy and Rose Kennedy, the founders of the Kennedy political dynasty, any of their 9 children.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. This time it is Dennis and Darren's turn to go first.
We're going to go with Edward Kennedy.
We're going to go with Edward Kennedy. OK, Linda and Ross, you have to win this. You have to win this to remain in the game.
I think there was a daughter whose married name was Marie.
Marie
Shriver.
Shriver.
Yeah, it was her married name.
Is her married name. So Marie Kennedy. Dennis and Darren are saying Edward. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Edward Kennedy. Down it goes. 43. OK. And Linda and Ross have gone with Marie. Let's see how many people said it. Marie. Unfortunately, that is an incorrect answer. And so Dennis and Darren go through to our jackpot final with a score of 3-1. Richard.
Maria Shriver is a granddaughter. Is married to Arnold Schwarzenegger. She's the daughter of Eunice Kennedy, one of the daughters. Edward's a very good answer, but there's all sorts of names that would have beaten it. I think it was the second top answer. So all the daughters first: Kathleen, Jean, who was briefly ambassador to Ireland, Patricia Kennedy, Eunice Kennedy there, who was Maria Shriver's mother. Rosemary Kennedy would have scored you 5 points. Joseph Kennedy would have got 9. He died in the Second World War. Robert Kennedy was assassinated, of course, 36 points. Edward, 43, and JFK right at the top there with 85 points. Bad luck.
OK, thank you very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid to say it's Linda and Ross. Bad luck. You were doing so well throughout this whole show.
No, but I mean, we got further than I thought we were.
Yeah.
What we were going to get, I think, so.
You got further than last time,
yes,
exactly.
we couldn't go backwards, so.
No, you couldn't. We had a pointless answer from each of you in the first round, which is very exciting indeed. And again, I'm afraid the curse of the Osman continues to have its effect. Bad luck, though, guys. You've been fantastic contestants. It's been wonderful having you on the show, and I'm sorry you've come so close to the final without getting a chance to be at it. But it's been great having you. Thank you so much for playing Pointless. But for Dennis and Darren, it's time for our Pointless final. So congratulations, Dennis and Darren. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophies. That's what you've come here for. Now, though, just as a little side bet, you've got a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at an impressive £4,250. The rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that no one could think of. We've had 6 pointless answers on the show today. You've each given us one. So let's hope you can find one more between you now. First, though, you've got to choose a category from these 3 options. OK, you can go for Premier League. Yeah, obviously you won't want that one. Oscar winners.
They're going to go for London.
Or, especially for you boys, London.
I wonder what we're going to go for.
It's London, isn't it?
I think we'll go for Premier League.
You're going to go for Premier League?
Yeah.
No discussion?
No.
No. OK. Let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many players with 100 Premier League goals to their name.
We're looking for any player who scored more than 100 Premier League goals since its inception in 1992. OK. You now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that £4,250 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
OK. Matt Letizier's done it.
Has he done it?
Yeah.
OK, I think I read that the other day. Shearer's going to be too high.
Yeah. Andy Cole, maybe.
Ian Wright. Yeah. Andy Cole has, definitely. Is Ian Wright?
Yeah, Ian Wright has.
Who else is
Teddy
very
Sheringham
good,
has. Teddy Sheringham possibly hasn't, actually.
So who do we think are the biggest ones then?
I'd say Matt Letizier.
OK.
Andy Cole. And...
Is Gary Speed?
No, he's just done a lot of appearances.
Who else have we got? Thierry Henry?
Yeah, he's definitely done it.
Let's see who we're going for then. Who are the 3? Letizia,
yeah.
Sheringham, do you want to go for or not?
We can go for it, yeah.
I've got a feeling. And who? Andy Cole or Ian Wright?
OK, your minute is up. Your minute is up. We were looking for players with 100 Premier League goals. I now need your 3 answers. What are you going to give me?
We'll go for Andy Cole.
Andy Cole.
Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham.
And Matt Letizier.
And Matt Letizier. Which of those is the one you probably have most faith in winning you the jackpot, being a pointless answer?
Probably
Letizier.
Matt Letizier.
Matt Letizier. We'll put him 3rd then. Which of those is probably your least confident answer?
Teddy Sheringham.
I'm sure if he's got to the 100 or not. We know he got close.
Yeah.
So, Teddy Sheringham, Andy Cole, and Matt Letizier. There they are. Pleased with your choice?
Nervous.
Yeah, very.
OK. We were looking for players with 100 Premier League goals. This answer was your least confident answer. You only need 1 to be pointless to win that jackpot. Teddy Sheringham, your first out of 3 answers. You've got to hope it's a correct answer. You're not entirely sure with Teddy, are you? OK, let's see if it's a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Teddy Sheringham. It's right. It's right. This is your first of 3 shots at £4,250. Down it goes, still going down. Teddy Sheringham going all the way. No, he's not. 4 people said Teddy Sheringham, so unfortunately that is not a pointless answer. OK, we are looking for players with 100 Premier League goals. This is your second of 3 answers. Only 2 cracks left at the jackpot. One of these has to be a pointless answer. It has to be an answer that none of our 100 people gave. Let's see how many people said Andy Cole. OK, it's correct. Darren, you can't even look at the scorer there. The tower's going down. Down it goes. £4,250. Sadly, 10 people said Andy Cole, so that is not a pointless answer. What are you thinking right now?
Oh, never have I wanted people not to have heard of Matt Letizia.
You only have one final chance to win today's jackpot. We're looking for players with 100 Premier League goals. This has everything riding on it. This is what counts for £4,250. This has to be a pointless answer. There's no way about it. Let's find out. Let's put it to the 100. How many of them said Matt Letizia? We've really got to hope it's none of them. Matt Letizia. It's correct. Down it goes. 70, down. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot of £4,250, which rolls over to the next show. But you've been fantastic contestants, and you do get to take home our pointless trophy.
You got the name of that one person?
Yeah. I'll give it to you later. I'll give it to you. Oh dear, guys! I was sure that was pointless. Come on then. What are you thinking now? How many other Premier League footballers with 100 goals can you think of?
Thierry
Henry.
Well, the trouble is, you want ones that people haven't heard of.
If it's Les Ferdinand, I'll be very disappointed. And I've got this horrible feeling it's Les Ferdinand.
Well, let's find out. Richard.
Well, Les Ferdinand has scored more than 100 goals, but would have scored you 2 points. Let's take a look at the 3 answers that would have won you the money. Dion Dublin played for you before he scored most of his goals.
I was going to say Emil Heskey.
Emil Heskey, currently in the England team, and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank scored 127 goals. All 3 of those would have won you the money. Very, very well done if you got any of those 3 at home.
Oh dear, do you feel any better? No, you feel worse now.
Oh, a lot worse.
I feel brilliant.
Dion Dublin, yeah.
I feel brilliant.
Oh dear.
Never felt better. Never felt better.
Oh dear. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Dennis and Darren. You've been fantastic contestants. Thank you both for playing. You've been wonderful. So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over again, which means on our next show we'll be playing for £5,250. Join us next time, see if someone can win it on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.